Hi everyone! Welcome to mat with both Erin and Andrew.
Hi guys.
We're going to do an intermediate mat workout today, but I want you guys to know, or Andrew wanted me to make sure you know, that he is not a Pilates instructor. He's a personal trainer, and this is one of the few Pilates classes we've actually done together. Maybe like you could count on one hand how many we've done together. So this is trying to give you an example of what it's like to be a normal client.
Somebody unexperienced that's not great at Pilates, that's not pretty at it, but
with tight hamstrings.
super tight hamstrings.
Super tight. He's supposed to make my hamstrings look flexible. That's my goal. Okay, let's all start on the mat. And Andrew has his phone with him, so if you guys have comments or anything like that, like you want to work on anything in particular today, you're going to reach out, or you're just going to, on this stream, text and say what you want to do. And he's going to let me know, and he's going to give me some banter back and forth. So for that reason, we're going to keep a nice flow the entire time. So we're not going to go back and forth between pauses and looking at the screen. You're just going to reach out to Andrew and tell him what you want me to do more of. We're all going to start with our hands behind our thighs like so. We're going to keep our legs squeezing tight together. You're going to take an inhale, and on the exhale, peel your belly away from your thighs and just hold there. Notice how much height you lost, and then come all the way back upright. Now see if you could do that again without losing as much height through the crown of the head. So take an inhale. On the exhale, hollow your belly, come back. Keep a little more space and length in the vertebrae as you come back. Beautiful, and then come all the way back up. Inhale and exhale, rolling back. Inhale, all the way back upright. And last one, exhale, hollowing the belly, pulling away from the thighs, but keeping length and space in your vertebrae. We're gonna remember that exact cue for later. So I'm gonna scooch forward just a little bit, just so I know that you guys can see me. Don't wanna block Andrew. You're gonna take an inhale. On the exhale, we start rolling back, piece by piece, vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way to the mat. Lower your head down and lower your hands down. Go ahead and curl up your head and chest and reach your fingertips towards the heels. Place your hands flat into the mat and then lower your head and chest all the way back down. Then just like we were doing before, but now on the floor, we're going to go into those same pelvic tilts. So we inhale to prepare. And on the exhale, hollow your belly, tilt your pelvis towards your head, and then inhale back to neutral. All that technology stresses me out, so it's nice to finally get back to my breath. Inhale. Exhale, tilt your pelvis, and then inhale back to neutral. That's great breathing, Andrew. Exhale, tilting the pelvis. Inhale back to neutral, and exhale, inhale back to neutral. Remember, you're fogging the mirror with your breath, so it's a sound. We're doing that to create a resistance in your lower belly and hollow your stomach deeper towards your spine. So it's a way to turn on the transverse abdominis. Back to neutral. And exhale. And inhale back to neutral. You're getting a little bigger each time. And exhale. Inhale back to neutral. And one last one. Exhale. Inhale back to neutral. We're going to go all the way up to a full pelvic curl. Inhale to prepare, and on the exhale, hollow your belly and roll up piece by piece. My plan is to give you a little warm up, and then once you have a chance to check in with your body, inhale here at the top. Exhale, articulate all the way back down. I'm going to ask you what you guys want to work on, and you're just going to let Andrew know. Inhale, exhale, hollow and roll up. Inhale at the top, and then exhale, roll back down. And inhale. Exhale, hollow your belly and roll up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, softening through your chest, then your rib cage, then your mid-back, then scooping even deeper into your lower back. That's beautiful, Andrew. And back to neutral. Now, everyone out there, see if you can bring your knees tight together and your feet tight together so that you do get an IT band stretch at the same time. See me, Andrew's knees opened, gave me the reminder. Inhale, exhale, roll up. Keep those knees squeezing tight together. This is much harder. If you feel this in your lower back, then open your feet a little wider. Inhale and exhale, roll back down. And again, inhale. Exhale, hollow and roll up. Looking for a straight line from your shoulders all the way down to the knees. Inhale, press up a little higher. And then exhale, softening, pulling that chest away from your chin, your mid-back, your lower back, and all the way to neutral. This is your chance. Really check in with your back. See where you're tight. See if you can engage your belly a little bit more wherever you're tight in your back. Inhale and exhale, rolling up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, hollow your belly, and come all the way back down. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, roll up, and you're just gonna stay there at the top this time. Inhale, no movement, and on the exhale, without letting your pelvis switch at all, take your right leg up to tabletop. You're gonna straighten that right leg straight to the sky, and you're gonna press 10, press 9, press 8. Now this is obviously hamstring and glute work, but can you make it a hip flexor stretch as well by pressing through the top of this left leg? So press up high enough that you actually feel a hip flexor stretch every time. Those of you that did Andrew's workout yesterday, that was quad heavy, you probably feel like this is a nice stretch for you right now. It was a great workout. I was dying. Andrew, place your foot back down, lift your hips up, take an inhale, and exhale, articulate all the way back down to the mat with those knees together and the feet together. Inhale, exhale, rolling up. Inhale here at the top. Watch your pelvis. Try to keep your drawstrings tight. No shifting in the pelvis as you pull your left leg to tabletop. Then straighten that left leg straight up to the sky. And you're going to press 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold at the top. 1. Check your hips. Did that left hip get a little too high? See if you can even that back out. Notice what that does in your body. Does it make your glute fire immediately? Then bend your knee, place the toe down, the ball of the foot, the heel, press your booty up a little higher, find that hip flexor stretch, keep those knees tight together. Inhale and exhale, roll back down, piece by piece, vertebra by vertebra. That's amazing. Bring your arms up to the sky, rotate the palms so they face each other. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, drop your shoulder blades flat against the mat. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, so we're just mobilizing the scapula. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale, drop down and hold. So we're going to inhale, open our arms out to a T position. Exhale, take your right leg up to tabletop. Inhale and exhale, left leg comes up to meet it. Your knees are squeezing tight together. We're going to inhale over to the left first. And then exhale, belly deep to your spine, back to center. Inhale over to the right. And exhale back in. And inhale over left. And exhale back in. And inhale over right. And exhale back in. And inhale over left. Lengthen those legs all the way straight. Big exhale back to center. And bend your knees. Inhale over right. Belly to the spine. Lengthen the legs all the way straight. Big exhale back to center. And bend your knees. Inhale over. Lengthen out. You're using your obliques, not your hips, to come back to center. So I want to see your hips relax. And then over to the right. Use your obliques. Come back to center. And bend. Did we start to the left, Andrew? Perfect. Now from here, we're going to drop your right leg down and back up. And right leg goes down and back up. Good. Down and up. So we have been doing this in an imprinted spine. Today we're neutral with our pelvis, which is a little more challenging. If you feel your hip flexors, pull this left knee deeper towards your chest and make it more about your lower belly. And last one. Left leg down and up. Down. Back up, down. We're also trying to do diagonal today. I don't know if you guys noticed. If you like the diagonal, let us know. Good. You have 5 more. And 5. Belly in. And this right leg's up with intention, ideally right on top of the knees, or right on top of the hip. And last one. Simultaneously switching legs. Right, left, right, left, right. Left, right, left, right, left. 4, 3, 2. I promised it was a more intermediate class today, so I'm going to prove it right here. Legs come up to tabletop, arms stretch above the head. Take an inhale to prepare, and on the exhale, curl up your head and chest and lengthen your legs out. You could also have your feet straight up to the sky or down on the mat. Your choice. Wherever you feel the most, work in your belly and not your quads. So goes in 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lower the legs down. Exhale, lift the legs back up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. We have 5 more of these. You guys are doing great. Pull your head back a little bit so you're gazing right above your toes at a diagonal towards the ceiling. Good, last 2. And percussive breath is what we're looking for here. And bend your knees, hug your knees into your chest, take a moment. You can do this stretch with me, or if you want to weigh in on what you want to work on today, now's a great moment. We're going to pull the knees into your body and circle your legs around.
Kristen's asking about the ha breath.
The ha breath. She wants to know more about it. So, as a general rule, what I'm going to have you guys do in this class, breath is a little bit more complicated than this, but let's just simplify it. Whenever we're trying to recruit our lower stomach in exercise, we're going to go like you're fogging a mirror. When you're working on your upper abs, it's going to be a shh. And look at my rib cage. Everybody do this with me really quick. Put your hands on your ribs and tell somebody that is being way too loud to quiet down. So it's a shh, right? You can feel the rib cage automatically knits in. So that closing of the diameter of the rib cage I've been talking about, that's what I'm asking for. That audible exhale helps it to happen. Okay, so let's do, Andrew wants to do a couple hip flexor stretches. Inhale and exhale, roll your pelvis up a couple times. Inhale at the top. This is just a stretch out through here. And then exhale, roll back down. So my gentlemen that are joining today, or anybody that's feeling like they're feeling hip flexors, I want you to roll up a towel and put it right here under the sacrum so it helps keep your pelvis in a little bit more of a tilt. You can also fold your mat in to make that happen. Just a little tiny bit of that will make a big difference. But I want it more at your tailbone, Andrew. Just more right, yeah. So it's gonna lift your pubic bone a little higher than your hips, and it's gonna make your quads and hip flexors relax a little bit more. Okay, hands go behind the head. Legs are at tabletop. This one has a strong breathing pattern, so hang in there. It's made to be confusing to distract you from the pain of the exercise. So curl up your head and chest, 1, 2, 3. Inhale, reach, grab behind the thighs. Exhale, lift up a little higher. Inhale, no movement. Exhale, anchor your toes down to the mat. Inhale, put your hands back behind your head. Now pull your belly deep to your spine and lower all the way back down. Inhale, and exhale, curl up. Inhale, exhale, legs come up to tabletop. Inhale, reach. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, exhale, anchor. Inhale, hands back. Exhale, belly in and lower down. Inhale, and exhale, curl. Inhale, and exhale, legs up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, exhale, anchor. Inhale, hands go back. Exhale, belly in and lower down. Inhale, exhale, curl. Inhale, exhale, legs. Inhale, reach. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, exhale, anchor. It's slow and steady. See how that anchor lifts you up a little higher than you can get to on your own? Put your hands behind your head and use that eccentric contraction. Every angle you lower down, you pull your stomach in deeper and deeper. Inhale, exhale, curl. Inhale, exhale, belly towards the spine, legs come up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, exhale, anchor your toes down. Inhale, put your hands back. Exhale, pull your belly in every angle you lower down. Your goal is to feel this as lower, middle, upper. Exhale, curl. Inhale, exhale, legs. Inhale, reach. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, exhale, anchor. Inhale, hands back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, exhale, curl. Inhale, exhale, legs. Inhale, reach. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, exhale, lift a little higher. This time, anchor your heels down as well. Put your hands so they're stacked like so. Hollow your belly and rotate your head and chest to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, rotate left and center. Stay off this bottom shoulder blade. Right and center. Left and center. So this is called the hula, but it's ironic because you're trying not to move your pelvis at all. So right and center. Keep that pelvis still. Left and center. Hold there. Put your hands back behind the head. Pull your belly in and lower all the way down. Inhale. Exhale, curl up. Inhale, exhale, legs up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, deepen. Inhale, exhale, anchor. Anchor those heels down as well. Then you're gonna put the opposite hand on top and you're gonna rotate. Good, back to center and rotate. Back to center. How many of us didn't know which one it was? I think it might have been this one for me. Center, right, and center. Now, Andrew, can you pull your belly deep to your spine before you twist? Perfect, good job, I knew you could. Now can I? And then back to center. Last one. So again, the pelvic tilt is an assist. Your goal is someday to be so strong in your belly, you don't need to be tilted with your pelvis. Come back to center, put your hands back behind the head, pull your belly deep to your spine and lower down. Good. Swing your arms back out to a T position. Pull your right leg back up to tabletop, take your left leg up to meet it. Knees are glued tight together. We're gonna go over to the left just like we did before. Lengthen your legs all the way straight. Flex your heels, reach your heels up to the sky and bend your knees. Inhale over to the right, lengthen all the way straight. Flex your feet, reach up to the sky and bend.
What's up, hamstrings?
Over to the left, lengthen out, flex. So it's just like we did before. There's a flex in it. We're gonna just test ourselves right here. Flex, come back to center. Now, did you use your arms? Bring your arms up to the sky, drop your shoulder blades into the mat, bend your knees, in over to the left. Lengthen those legs all the way straight, flex your feet. I tricked you, and then bend your knees. I try to do that for all of you guys. I want you to know if you're using your obliques in all these exercises, could you work a little deeper, a little more precise? So any exercise that you feel is easy, you want to take it a step back and see what you could do to make it a little bit deeper, a little bit harder. Come back to center, bend your knees. Take this roll out from underneath you. Lengthen your mat all the way straight again. Perfect. And am I yelling, you guys? Can you let me know? We're gonna roll all the way back down onto the mat. Okay. From here, we're gonna inhale. On the exhale, we roll the pelvis up. Press your hips up a little higher. Squeeze your knees tight together. From here, we're taking the right leg out. And we touch that right leg down and press. This exercise is as difficult as you squeeze your knees together. So the harder you squeeze your knees, the more work you're gonna feel in this glute. We're at halfway. We have 5 more knees tight together like there's a diamond between the knees. 4, 3, 2, last one, place that foot down. Switching to the other side, left leg goes up and touches down. And up and touch. Squeeze those knees and press your hips a little higher. Good. That's great, Andrew. Do you guys feel that right glute kicking in? The more you pull your knee into your knees towards each other, the more you're gonna feel that right glute. Notice how you have weight on your right foot. See if you can balance that out. And notice if your hips are sagging like mine, try to press them back up. That's 10 right there. Place your foot down, press your hips up to the sky. Take an inhale. This time, as you articulate back down, you're gonna bring your arms up to the sky. Yep, so that the backs of the hands touch at the same moment the tailbone does. Inhale. Exhale, hollow and roll up. Press your hands down, lift your pelvis. Inhale at the top. And then exhale, hollow your belly. Roll back down. Are those knees tight together? Inhale. Exhale. If it hurts your back, don't do it. Open your feet a little further if you need to. Inhale. If you can do it, it's great to stretch out your IT bands. And then articulate down. We're gonna roll up one last time. Stay up there. One more time. Good. Press your hips up a little higher. From here, you're gonna take an inhale. Keep your rib cage closed. Keep your booty up. Take your left leg this time up to the sky. Press from your right glute. You're gonna lift up 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We want that posterior chain as strong as the quads are. And then hold at the top. Flex your foot and point your foot. Flex and point. Inhale today, exhale. Inhale, flex, exhale. Inhale, flex. You're almost there. You're going to 10. So isometric hold on that right glute. Good. Now we hold there, flex that foot towards you. Point and reach it back down to the mat. So it goes in, X, in, X, in, X, in, X. And we're all going to try to open our shoulders a little bit more and close our rib cage. Let's see if you can lift those hips up a little higher. Flex, point, in, X. 2 more, we got this. Fancy transition. position, drag your foot back in. Press your booty up. Take an inhale and exhale, roll back down. The tailbone touches when the backs of the hands touch. Inhale. Exhale, hollow your belly. Roll your pelvis up. If I forget anything, you'll let me know, right?
Absolutely.
Take your right leg up to the sky, straighten it all the way. From here we lift. 2, 3. Think about weight on that left foot. Think about drawstrings, just like we've been talking about. And let's do that. The library breath. Hold. Flex. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. Get your booties up. Flex. Point. 5. And 4. You guys are doing great. And 3. See if you can open your shoulders and lift your booties. 2. And 1. Flex and hold. Point and reach. In. X. In. X. In. The left knee is going to want to splay out to the side. I want you to fight hard to keep it right in line with the head of the femur. Good. You're almost there. And point. In. X. In. Hold there. Drag your leg back in. It's a baker's dozen. Inhale. And exhale. Roll back down. Andrew's better counter. We're going to bring your arms up to the sky. All the way to the wall behind you. Getting a big stretch here. And then lengthen your right leg out. Lengthen that left leg out. Notice if your ribs are off the mat. See if you can close them back down into the mat. Notice if your pelvis, your lower back is off the mat. If you need to bend your knees to get it down, please do. That's where you should be on this one. We're going into roll-ups. Arms up, head up, chest up. Exhale, hollow your belly, and go the rest of the way up. At the top here, we want a C curve. So we're going belly still pulling away as the fingertips reach. Yep, can you give me a bigger C curve? Yes, thank you. And then roll back down. He's so coachable. Arms up, head up, chest up. Get those legs tight together. Your inner thighs get you into your pelvic floor. Exhale, go the rest of the way. I think our instructor Sarah was explaining that to you last time. Inhale and exhale, roll back down. And we'll have to get her out here again. Arms up, head up, chest up. Squeeze those ankles, hollow your belly. Go the rest of the way up. Inhale, stretch forward. And then exhale, roll back down. Good. And all the way back. Arms, head, chest. Exhale, hollow your belly. Go the rest of the way up. Inhale, stretch forward. And exhale, roll back down. Good. Last one. Arms up, head up, chest up. Exhale. Inhale, stretch forward. This time go all the way up and over for a big stretch. Good.
Or a little stretch.
Or a little stretch. You'll still feel it as a big stretch. And then scooch forward on your mat. We're going to go right into rolling like a ball. So, any requests from anybody?
All good. Everybody's dying.
Okay.
No time to respond.
Pull your elbows in. Drop your shoulders away from the ears. We want a little lift with the sternum, but we want to pull the belly away from the thighs. We inhale to roll back. Exhale to come up. And we hold. Now that's beautiful. We did a great rolling like a ball. Let's do that 2 more times just to make sure we have it. Inhale back. Exhale up. Gorgeous. Squeeze your legs tight together. Inhale back. Exhale up. Okay, like we've been working on, we're going to try to lean back till you feel the lower belly kick in. Can you go a little further back, like maybe 1 or 2 more inches? Good. That's your spot you're going to come back up to. So here we go. Inhale back. We call that the balancing point. And inhale back. Exhale up. Just to the balancing point or shy of it. Try not to overshoot it because then it's easy. We want the lower belly fighting that last little bit. And then one last one. And exhale. Place your toes down, the balls of the feet, the heels. Reach your arms out in front of you. Take an inhale and exhale. Roll down piece by piece. Squeeze those legs tight together. Bring your arms all the way back behind the head. Take your hands, interlace the fingers. Take an inhale to prepare. And on the exhale, we're going to curl up the head and chest. 1, 2, 3. Inhale back down. We're going to go for a quicker breath today. Exhale up. Inhale lower. Exhale curl. Inhale down. Exhale curl. Inhale down. We're working on obliques now. I want you to use the breath like you're telling somebody to be quiet. This is more lower belly, and it's a great spot to work on a more neutral pelvis. We have 2 more here. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Last one. Now your left leg comes up with you. Go exhale, lift. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, center. Inhale, down. So it's a in, in. So we're all gonna fight hard to stay off that bottom shoulder blade. More lift, less twist is gonna be more work. And in, 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 in. You have 3 more, then we get to switch to the other side. In, last one. Good, now we're gonna exhale lift, exhale rotate, I lied. Reach that right arm long, and you're gonna do little pulses. So you pulse at 10, 9, 8. If you're feeling your hip flexor, you're doing them like this instead. And hold, put your hand back behind the head, rotate back to center, place that foot down, lower your head and chest. Now we're doing the other side. So we inhale, exhale, lift up, rotate to the right, back to center, and down. So it goes in, 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 in. You guys are doing great. 5, 6. Of course, we're going to 10, at least. With that extra little bit at the end. Whenever we do pulses, we're trying to wake up that muscle chain. We're trying to make that muscle chain fire and pattern in your body so it's more likely to move later. Rotate to the right and hold. Lengthen that left arm long, or grab on your knee if you feel your hip flexors, and we lift. We're also trying to keep our pelvis perfectly still, and we're trying to hollow the belly deep to the spine. Notice what that left knee wants to do. Make sure it's right and parallel, not out to the side. Good. And last one, put your hand back behind the head, rotate back to center, and lower your foot, lower your head. Now we get to combine the 2 sides. Andrew gets to check the phone.
Just using it as a break.
Take an inhale. Exhale, curl up the head and chest. Inhale, exhale, left leg comes up. Rotate your sternum, not your elbow, your sternum to the knee. Clear that bottom shoulder blade, and we switch, so it goes. Any news? Anybody want to work on anything in particular?
Nope, everybody's still just dying.
Dying. We haven't given them a break to even type. You're doing this very well.
Thanks, we are.
Last one to each side.
Got a great teacher.
Come back to center and lower down. I really thought he was going to make me look better because his form wouldn't be so dialed, but it's really nice form. Grab behind your thighs. Take an inhale. Exhale, curl up your head and chest. And in one motion, rock yourself up to sitting. Open leg rocker. You're going to go right leg straight.
My favorite.
Then left leg straight. Lift up a little taller. Drop your shoulders down and pull your shoulders back. Now here's the hardest part. I'm going to show this with my feet down because this is my hardest thing too. You want to kick your back so it's straight like this. So you have to use the multifidi. Good. All right, so from here, you can always grab at your calves or behind your legs as well. Drop your shoulders down. We inhale, roll back. Just to the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. Exhale, lift. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, lift. I had to give him one that made me look better. Inhale back.
This one's for your entertainment.
Exhale, lift. Inhale back. Exhale up. So I really want you to get that kick. That's the part I care more about. You're at home, so you don't have to worry about falling. Give yourself a moment to really kick up. That's where the juice is. Inhale back. Exhale, lift. Kick that tailbone. Inhale back. Exhale, lift. Kick that tailbone. Last one. Good. And then bring your legs tight together. This position is called a teaser. So we're going to see, go ahead and see if you can hold it without holding on. Good. This is ideally with your lower belly. You probably feel your hip flexors right now, right? And then come back to center. Good. Grab a hold again. Now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to bend one knee. So we're going to go ahead and let go, bend your knee, and hold. We're going to do a little teaser prep. Bring your arms above your head. Inhale, lift your head up, your chest up. Go all the way up on that same inhale. Find that kick that we just talked about, and then exhale, roll back down. This is so hard. And again, inhale, lifting up. Find that little kick, and then exhale, roll back down. Inhale, lift up. We were joking yesterday that we have to have a pandemic to get ourselves back in shape and to focus on us actually getting a workout in as well. And exhale, roll back down. Andrew's pretty in shape all the time. It's more me. I was joking. Hold there at the top. Legs are straight, switch sides. Inhale. Sorry, exhale as you go down. Inhale as you go up. Exhale to come back down. This is supposed to be right on the verge of not possible. And then exhale, roll back down. Squeeze your inner thighs, it'll help you. And roll up. And exhale down. And up. We have one last one. And back up. Good. Hug your knees in. Lift your back nice and tall. We're going to take that right into hamstring pull, 1, 2, and 3. So from here, we're going to straighten our legs right back out to where we had them. We're going to hollow the belly. You're going to let go just like we did. Do a little teaser roll down. We'll eventually do the full teaser in here. Drop your left leg long. Grab a hold of your right calf. Curl up your head and chest. Grab at the calf or the hamstring, and you're going to pulse. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. Hollow your belly up and in. You're looking for a candy cane shape. So your spine is the length of the candy cane. Your head's the curl. Good. And you're not going to break that candy cane anywhere. So it's a nice consistent curl. Up and over a neutral spine or neutral pelvis. Good. So it's a little more dynamic now. So it's a 1, 2, switch. 1, 2. Looking good. Just the top leg pulses. The bottom one stays still and it actually anchors down to the mat for a hip flexor stretch. Do you feel that hip flexor stretch? Last one.
Feel it all.
And then hands go behind the head. 1, 2. Fight to get those legs as straight as possible. This is your muscle focus. This is a ha moment. Now we rotate towards the leg that's up. So we go. Does anybody want to do rollovers today? 6, 5, 4, belly in, 3, fight really hard, 2, last one, hug your knees into your chest, give them a squeeze. You're going to gather up the connective tissue by pulling your legs out to the side and then rolling into parallel. So gather up the connective tissue and roll into parallel. So you're feeling compression in the front of the hips. It's not going to feel great, but you're trying to break it up a little bit here. So go the other way, Andrew. Yeah, like that. Perfect. And last one. Awesome. We actually stretched out your hamstrings quite a bit, and now we're going to do double leg stretch and single leg stretch. So we're going to pull the knees away from the chest, curl up the head and chest, put your hands back behind the head, let your head relax in your hands. Today we're going to do double leg stretch with our hands like this. So it goes inhale, open, exhale, close. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Guess what breath we're going to use? Either one would have worked because it's an upper ab curl and lower belly. Every bit of moving in and out with your legs, you want to feel like you're moving through molasses, so it has intention. You want to feel like you're pulling your legs back in from your belly and inner thighs. Grab behind the thighs. Those are all ways to use your hip flexors less. So, for the single leg stretch, you have an option of here or here. Let's do this one first. It's harder. If you need to put your hands on top, you can. So you're putting your hand on your thigh and creating a little lower belly resistance. Painfully slow is the pattern, or is the rhythm we're going for. Notice if there's any tension in your neck, try to shake it out. Good. Then we're going to put the hands behind the head. Keep switching. We want a straight line with the toes. So they're on the same plane, whether they're in or out. The knees should slide right past each other. I should hear the swish. Where's your swish, babe? Now we're gonna rotate the chest towards the bent knee like we did on that warm up. So it goes hard to the knee. Remember, bottom shoulder blade stays off. Belly to the spine. Every millimeter you pull that belly in before you move, it'll start training itself to be there. It really does work, I promise. Last one to each side. Come back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. Give it a squeeze. So for today, anytime, because this is a harder workout, anytime you start feeling your back, you're going to do these guys where you, with your legs together, go in, open, and around. Or if you're still feeling your back after that, take it into some spine twists from the old workout, or from last workout, over to the side and back in. Twisting helps unlock your lower back. Okay. And then you would, of course, do the other side, both directions. Any news? On rollovers? Do they want to do rollovers?
Kristen said yes, Jody said no.
Okay. No third vote?
Nope.
That's a
Tie.
predicament I'm in. I don't know what to do there. So we're going to go legs straight up to the sky. All right, this is called corkscrew. We don't do it very often. So you're going to go legs over to the right and back to center. This is a prep. Now legs over to the left and back to center. Over to the right and center and over to the left. If you need to use that same fold of your mat, you can. Now we're going to go over to the right, down, all the way over to the left, that same angle you already found, back to center. Over to the left, down, all the way around, and back to center. Over to the right, down, all the way around, and back to center. Over to the left, down, around, center. One more time to each side. And center. One more time to the left. And center. That is lower belly. You might have felt your hip flexors. That's not uncommon. Pull your knees in, open, and around. And we are going to do rollovers. So if you want to do some pelvic curls instead, knees tight together, this is a great option. And do the shoulder bridge variation where you bring your arms above your head, you roll your pelvis up, you lift your hips up, you roll back down. Okay? Otherwise, rollovers.
We got another vote for rollovers. I'm doing
Okay.
them.
That's why I chose it. So we're going to go legs out at 45, inhale to 90. Exhale up and over. Then we flex, we open, we reach the toes down to the floor. Inhale, and then exhale, roll back down. And really fight to have straight legs as you come down. But of course, controlling the pelvis is more important than having your legs straight. Circle your legs around, inhale to 90, exhale up and over, flex, open, reach the toes, inhale, and then exhale, melt back down. Once again, I am very impressed. Now straighten your legs. Inhale, 90, exhale up and over. Everyone straighten your legs, flex, open, reach. Fight hard. If it feels too easy, lengthen behind your knees. If it feels too easy, try to keep more space. So think traction in the vertebrae as you go up and over. So I'm going to try to show you one like that. Inhale, exhale, up, then over, flex, open, keep space as you anchor your toes down, and then roll back down. Hopefully you can see the difference. It's subtle. And circle. Inhale, keep space as you go up. Over, flex, open, reach, inhale, exhale, roll back down. Those of you that are doing pelvic curls, we have 2 more of these. It's a bonus round. Bring your arms up to the sky. Inhale to 90, exhale, up and over, flex, open, reach your toes into your hands, and roll back down. Circle your legs around. And all of these exercises we should have a little fun with, right? Exhale, up and over, and flex, open, reach, and roll back down. So soon we'll be doing rollovers with corkscrews. Circle your legs around. Pull your belly in, pull your knees in, circle your legs in, open and around. In, open and around. Good, one last one like that. All right, you guys, lengthen your legs all the way straight. Again, this is a great moment to do the cross. Stretch if you need to. We're gonna flip over onto our side. It's diagonals. Crazy. So from here, on our side, we're gonna have our fingertips right in front of the belly button like a kickstand, or the more advanced version is arms up like this, even more advanced above your head. So find the one you wanna do today. Shoulders are down away from the ears. I'm gonna flip my palm up just so I stay out of my shoulder a bit more, and exhale, lift up, inhale, lower. So your upper body's straight, your lower half is in a slight banana shape. And it goes, exhale, lift, inhale, lower. It's about precision of movement. It's about how much you can stretch your legs out and away from the crown of the head while using this spot here to do the work versus down in here. So you might have to open a little bit. Someday, of course, we want to be between two panes of glass. Last one, stay up there, hold up there. Top leg goes up and bottom leg to top leg. Exhale, lift. Exhale, lift. Getting those inner thighs. And how's it going, Andrew? Are you getting that bottom leg all the way to the top leg?
Almost.
Getting it to touch. Hold there. Turn your feet out. Good. And then we beat the heels. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. So tilt your pelvis so that you actually feel some wrinkles in your shirt show up. Good. Remember, every time we do the pulses, you want to lift a little higher. So it goes in 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift. 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift. Last one. Oh, these Jackson Hole legs are hard to lift. And then lower down. This is where you should have felt that. Hopefully that happened. Did we have that happen?
Got it.
Got it. Knees are better. Feet are up. Whatever your knee does, your toe does, because I want you to get in the habit of tracking your knee and your middle toe. Set your shoulders down away from the ears. Pull the top hip away so you have space underneath your waistline. And we lift. Open and close. Open and close. Open and close. Open and close. So these are clams on steroids. Open, close. That's what we call them in the studio. We have 2 more. Now we hold. That was the piece of cake. Now we go in, X, close. Open, in, X, close. Because we're tight, I'm asking you to get your knees to touch. So instead of keeping your knees still in space, I want you to drop your knee to the other one. And open, drop, heels, knees. Open, drop. Even though my knees are dropping, do you see how stable hopefully my pelvis is being? And hopefully Andrew's pelvis is being. So we're trying not to let our pelvis move. We're trying to let the leg drop, but without rolling that hip forward or squishing our house for a mouse underneath our bottom side, which is right here. Good. Last one. Open, in, open, close. Now we go. Open. So now I don't want you to internally rotate like before. I don't want you to drop. The knee stays in the same spot as you flip the foot up. Then you flip again and you straighten. Bend, in, X, in, X, in, X, straighten. Bend, in, X, in, X, in, X, straighten. Bend. Again, the choreography is fancy, so you don't feel the pain. Good. Straighten, bend, in, X. In, are you feeling it?
Yep.
Straighten, bend. I hope you guys don't make me come to Andrew's workouts because you would see me dying. Bend, in, X, in, X, in, X. We're halfway there. Bend, in, with the hard ones. And X, in, X, kick, bend, in, X, in, X, in, X, kick, bend, in, X, in. My foot keeps cramping. X, kick, bend, in, X. This is where we should be feeling it. This is your last one. Hopefully you're feeling it right here. Straighten, and that straighten has a wrap and a reach. And bend, in, X, in. Lower your feet, straighten your leg, open your chest, and breathe. Do you feel it right in here?
Absolutely, I do.
Good job, you guys. Okay. We're gonna come up from there and we're gonna repeat all of that on the second side. So we'll just swing our legs around. Our tummies are up and in. You guys are doing great. We only have about less than 10 minutes left of the workout. So give it all you got here. So we're gonna pull our belly up and in. I'm gonna make sure you can see my toes. I hope I'm not blocking Andrew though. It's better to look at. You're gonna take an inhale and exhale, lift up, and inhale, lower. And exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, inhale, down. This is your muscle focus. Exhale, lift. 5 more. And last one, hold. Take that top leg up, bottom leg to top leg. Exhale, lift. Remember to pull your head back. A lot of times on these sideline exercises, we start holding our necks in funny positions, putting a lot of tension in the neck. We want to try to stay as relaxed as possible with the neck, with the facial expressions, and make all that work you want to put in your face into your inner thigh. Go into your inner thigh, and then hold there. Turn your feet out. Beat those heels together. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift those legs. 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift. In 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift. It's 2. Last one. Good job. And lift a little higher. And then lower down. And this is where you should have felt the work, hopefully. Bend your knees. Good job. Your feet are up. I like this view because you get to see my waist, how much it has to stay pulled off the mat the whole time. I want you guys to try to really work on that. Hand on the hip, push that hip away. Thumb digs into the QL to make sure you're not using it. So that's this muscle right here. You want to keep that relaxed. Push that hip down, open and close. Open and close. Open. So where your thumb is, it can engage a little, but it's like 20% of what it has. And it doesn't change throughout the movement. It just stays as a stabilizer. Good job. Of course, we want to exhale where it's hard. So here. Good, now we go. Open, turn in, open, close. Open, drop your knee, open, close. Open, drop that knee, open, close. Open, drop, open, close. Open, drop, open, close. 5 more. Open, drop, open, close. 4 more. Open, drop, open, close. 3 more. Open, drop, open, close. 2 more. Open, drop. Good. Last one. Perfect. Now we add to it. So it goes, hand goes down, your waist is off, pull your belly up and in, and it goes open, in, open, straighten, bend, in, X, close, X, in, X, straighten, bend, in, X, close. Try your hardest not to drop that knee. It's gonna drop a little. It's hard not to let it drop a little, but I want you to minimize it. So it goes open, try to keep it up, open, kick, bend, in, X, in, open, kick, bend, in, X. Do you feel the steroid part of the clams on steroids? Have you done this one, Andrew?
Nope.
Bend.
And it shows.
And down, and open, in, open, kick. Oh, I'm losing my house for mouse. That's more important than anything I do with my legs. So I want you guys to make sure you're not doing that. Everybody check your pelvis, make sure it's stacked. Good. Open, in. I think we have about 7 more. Just kidding.
Do it now.
Just kidding. We're on our last 2, you guys. We got this. Straighten, bend, in, X, in. Last one, and in, X. Kick, bend, in, X, in. Awesome job. Take your leg forward and stretch out your chest. Okay, we're gonna do some side bends. So, you have an option of doing these on your forearm or up on your hand. So on the forearm is what I'd like to demonstrate today and I would love for you guys to do, but if that's hard on your shoulder, it's actually sometimes easier to do it on your hand. So you can choose what you want.
Getting phone calls in the middle of a workout.
Just a quick phone call. All right, so we're new to this technology. It's my worst nightmare. Those of you that know me, having to go onto Instagram and all of these different forums is crazy. So we go out to a T position, up and over. And when we go up and over, we're trying to lift our hips higher than our shoulders. And then back to a T and lower. So it's a small range of motion. I'm not all the way down. I'm not weighted. It's just a lower. And it goes up, over, looking down at that bottom arm, back to a T, and down, and T, lift, T, down, T, lift. Do you feel the oblique work, Andrew?
Yep.
Down, and T. Do you guys feel the oblique work? T, down, 5 more, T, over. I hope Betsy's out there. Down, and 4, over. This is where it gets hard. But if you jumped around with Andrew in all those crazy positions we did yesterday, you guys can do this. And 2, over, T, down. I realize I need to step things up if that's how he's gonna throw his workouts. Good, and lower down. Swing your legs to the second side. We're gonna do all of that on the second side. So it's a little more elongated than our normal side bend since we're on our forearm. Okay, here we go. Belly's up and in. Our shoulder blades are squeezing together on our back. And we go T, over, T, down. I actually want you to look at your bottom elbow. T, down, T, bottom elbow, T, lower, T. 80% of the weight is in that front foot, only 20% of the weight in the back foot. Now I tell you, right? T, over, T, down. 4 more, T, over, T, down. 3, over, T, down. Look at that bottom elbow, T, over, T, down. Last one, over, T, down. Very nice job. All right, so now we're gonna finish with a little, I was gonna try to get mermaid in, but we're running out of time, so you guys are lucky, especially my mermen. So head this way, feet that way. On your stomach. Finishing with some back extension. All right, so first thing I want you to do is have your hands right underneath your shoulders. The back of the neck is long, your belly's up and in and off the mat. Take an inhale into the sides of the back, and exhale, knit your rib cage and pull your belly off the mat even more. Squeeze your elbows in towards your ribs, and on this next inhale, start pushing your chest forward, and then lower all the way back down. I want your arm bones spiraling back the whole time. And again, inhale up, and exhale down. And inhale up, and exhale down. Now we're going to add to it, the feet will lift up when the head goes down. So it goes inhale up, and exhale, feet go up as the head goes down. So it's a little more like a teeter-totter. This is a prep for the exercise called diving. Inhale up, and exhale down. And last one, inhale up. Now turn your cheek towards the screen. Interlace your hands behind your back. Drop your elbows down toward the floor, just like we worked on last time. I'm trying to build on them. We're gonna lift the feet up, pull your belly up and in. Beat the heels to the sits bones. 1, 2, 3, and then extend your chest. Switch to the other side. Head is down. Open those elbows towards the floor. Beat the heels. Straighten and switch. Let's do that even slower so we all know what we're doing here. So elbows drop to the floor. Knees are off. Heels go inwards towards each other and in towards the glutes for 3 pulses. Then we reach the knuckles down towards the toes. Squeeze the shoulder blades and lengthen out the chest. Switch to the other side. It should feel good. 1, 2, 3, stretch. Now we speed it up. So it goes 1, 2, 3, inhale. And X, 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 in. And X, 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 in. Last 1, 2, 3, extend. Bring your hands all the way out in front of you. Put them on the mat. Tuck your toes under. Bring your elbows a little further forward, actually. And right into a 6-point plank from foundation training. So we roll the pelvis up. like so. Your knees are staying down. You're reaching your chest forward. You're pulling your knees towards your elbows back to your knees. Give me a little more pelvic tilt, Andrew, so round your spine. Yep, and then slowly lower back down. Good. If that was a piece of cake, which I think it was for you, Andrew, bring your elbows forward more. Do the same thing. Inhale, exhale, hollow and roll up. And you're gonna pull your elbows and knees towards each other. You're drawing your tailbone between your legs as you reach your chest to the front edge of the mat. So more chest to the front edge of the mat. Beautiful. And then all the way back down. One last one like that. You guys are doing this so well. And then we're done. Take an inhale. Exhale, hollow your belly. Round your spine, curl up. Good. Pull your knees and elbows towards each other. Try to create space between your vertebrae. And then lower down just enough to put your hands into your shoulders. Press back into the rest position, which is just like child's pose. Good job, you guys. And then we're gonna come up onto our hands and knees. Take an inhale. On the exhale, send your booty high to the sky. Good. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Let your head hang. Take an inhale. On the exhale, roll up vertebra by vertebra, piece by piece. All right, you guys, you did it. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Erin.
Big round of applause for Andrew. He did great. I thought he was gonna make me look good.
Not too
but
much laughing.
instead he was just wonderful. Really nice work. Join us again for Andrew's workout tomorrow. And we are also working on finding a time that's different than this time. So we're gonna put up a poll, 11 or 1, and we'd love for you guys to weigh in. Again, if you wanna donate, you absolutely can. There's a Core Pilates JH, or Core Pilates Jackson Hole Venmo account you could donate to that will go to the different instructors that are on this. But really what we need more than anything is for you to send this to as many people as possible. And we just now figured out how to download all of this to our YouTube page. So go to Core Pilates YouTube and you'll be able to get Andrew's workout starting yesterday. And we're just gonna keep adding them on. Thank you guys. See you later. Nice work, babe. How do I save it?